messages in my head. I don't know how to cope with this. I'm keeping secrets in my head, or any space you can find. Glad to see that I can help make your life a bit easier. But have you ever thought of how I felt? You need to think about your behavior.
And yes, it is Wednesday. And hopefully you got over the hump for another edition of Butch On Sports here. Simply Butch is here. And as always, boys and girls, ladies and gents, thanks for tuning in. A lot of great news, or some ungreat news. We'll give it all to you in sports in maybe less than 26 minutes or so here. I just heard the final score in the FIBA basketball tournament as far as the United States. They won 89 games in a row, and they lost to France today by a score of 89 to 79. 10 points. No, wait a minute. 88 to 78. That's what I got now. Yeah. Ain't that something? However, this is the biggest news. The United States is out of any medal series of any kind. They're done. They're cut. They're toast. So maybe they can just come on back home and enjoy the rest of the summer. What's left of it? Okay. And for everybody in the southeastern Michigan area, I will say, storms are brewing. Right now is a little watch here called a thunderstorm watch. Please be mindful of the weather going on now there. You can stay home and kind of push things off to maybe tomorrow. Cool. Safe to sorry. Other than that, be careful out there, okay? There's a lot of bad stuff going on there, including accidents. So please be careful, be mindful of what's going on here. Detroit Tigers last night, they came back and won. The Yanks blew a 6-run lead. And they lost to the Tigers by a score of 12 to 11. Jody Mercer, yes he did. He got a base hit in ninth inning, bottom. After that big comeback of 6 runs the Yankees had on the Detroit Tigers early in the game, by the way, here. Chance Adams was the relief pitcher for the New York Yankees. And he gave up that hit to Jody Mercer. Yankees hit 6 home runs. This is the second time a team hit 6 home runs and the Tigers win. Yeah. Second time in, I think, a couple of weeks now here. 6 home runs. And I don't know if it was one of the big-time whippersnapper type of teams there who really lit them up like a Christmas tree. I might be Boston. Just thinking here. I cocks my memory here, but I will think of that team. I do remember that much. So I'll do my research a lot better, boys and girls, on that one. It just came off the top of my head, being I'm talking, and they're living at this particular script of the Detroit Tigers, again overcoming 6 home runs and 6 runs to boot, and beat the New York Yankees. They're playing around about another 10 minutes. We're doing this podcast. They're around about in the area about 6:25 in the afternoon or evening, whatever you prefer to be. If you're on the West Coast, it's 3-something. Hey, I can dig it. Tigers playing about, again, 10 minutes there. They changed their time from the traditional 7:06, 7:10 start to 6:40 is starting time for the Detroit Tigers with this series. And I kind of like it myself there. They end up staying at 11 o'clock anyway. But what can I say? In favor of the Tigers, really also that they won the game at home, and they really haven't looked very good being at home. Still over 100 losses. Detroit Lions, I was talking about 100 losses. And I talked about that enough Sunday to kick a boot off here. They have signed free agent running back David Williams to the practice squad there. In addition, the team announced that they have released quarterback Chad Kanoff from the practice squad there. Williams joined the Lions after spending the 2019 preseason with the Denver Broncos there. And they did practice today after they had a hearty day off on Tuesday. So, hey, Sunday, the San Diego Chargers, or should I say the Los Angeles Chargers, at Ford Field, their home opener for the Lions. And they got a lot to make up on, with the fans, that is, there. So hopefully they don't tee them off on a home opener. Really, I'm just saying. Detroit Red Wings released their training schedule today here. The roster and the schedule comprised of 67 players. All will hit the ice on Friday the 13th. At Center Ice Arena in Traverse City to start their 4-day camp before returning to Detroit and a preseason game at Little Caesars Arena against the Chicago Blackhawks on Tuesday. I believe that's next week on the 17th. Hockey is back in town, just like Lulu. So, hey, get ready to shake a leg here. Hockey is, yes, back in town. And I enjoy this. The Cleveland Cavaliers. And this is kind of hard for me to digest here. If you did not hear yesterday on Tuesday, some of you have, maybe have not. It's close to heart to the ribs to us in Detroit. Play-by-play announcer and also sports reporter Fred McLeod died suddenly on Monday. He was 67 years old. Team announced about the passing on Tuesday morning is when we all got the word that he had passed away. They said cause of death wasn't determined at the time when they talked to us Tuesday, but now it's discovered that he had a heart attack, and he looked in the pickle of health for many of us. I did not get to see him for the Lions games, preseason that is. However, people I have talked to who did a couple of those games say he was Fred McLeod. He was full of pep and vigor, and he was all right. And things suddenly happened, and we lost a good person. Fred McLeod, well, he was born and raised in Cleveland suburb of Strongville. He had worked as a Cavalier television play-by-play man since 2016. Or the man from Quick and Loan stole him. That's what I always used to say there. He was also with the team's executive producer for multimedia stuff as well there. He did many specials and features for the fans of Fox Sports in his behalf of working for him. All in all, he spent about 36 total years in broadcasting, including 22 of those years in Detroit. He started off at WJBK TV2 as an sports director. And I remember the time him and also Mark Wilson were at the same station at the same time. And I know Mark Wilson at one time was a sports director. And Mark Wilson was there before Fred McLeod. So I don't ponder into that particular. But again, Fred McLeod was there. He also moved on to WDIV, which he did normally the weekend sports on Channel 4, doing several past basketball games at the time, and that time was known as PASS, which was stationed and offices were in the WDIV station. It made it very convenient for that particular marriage to come about. Fred McLeod was the play-by-play announcer for that sports network for quite some time with the Pistons as well as the Tigers. He went on to move on with the Times and the purchase of Fox Sports, or the Fox Network portion, taking over the past to make it Fox Sports, as he done regular broadcasts of the Detroit Pistons games all the way up to the 2016 season. That means he got at least 3 of those particular games on his belt of World Championship for, yes, the Detroit Pistons. And just recently, he also did the Lions games as well. Called back from not WDIV, but WJBK Fox 2. Doing the Lions game preseason. Him and Chris Spielman. He's won multiple Emmys, regional Emmys, multiple ones. Very talented indeed. A Lifelong Achievement Award from the National Academy of Arts and Science. And he was a great colleague and a great friend, him and his wife Beth. Pistons showed some love and expressed their tremendous sorrow upon receiving the news regarding Fred McLeod, serving as a Piston broadcaster from 1984 to 2006. He touched the lives of many colleagues, players, fans throughout his kindness and his enthusiasm for the team, his storytelling and passion for the game of basketball. We send our condolences to his wife Beth and his entire family during this most difficult time. Detroit Lions also sent truly sadness that we mourn the passing of Fred McLeod, who were fortunate to have him return to television voice of the Lions preseason football early this year. Fred brought an energy to our broadcast this summer and demonstrated the same passion for our team that he had for Detroit throughout his broadcasting career. There's many more sentiments exactly for fans, friends, and also former employees, basketball players. The list goes on and on and on. We all grew up with Fred McLeod, doing some days there. There's a sports show on at night called Sports Show Final Edition on WDIV. I remember again, Fred McLeod was doing the weekend sports as Bernie was doing it during the week. And that was one he made that particular sportscast something special. Bernie Smilovich started it. But when Fred McLeod came on to the station doing weekend sports, he took it over. That was his bag. And he made that show very exciting with highlights and everything you need to know what was going on in sports that weekend, as well as some past maybe week stuff during that week that, again, you need to reminisce about. Excellent job. And the trademark of that show has continued with that same format that he started for that particular show. I have not gotten any any results for the funeral and all. Once we get that, hopefully we pass that along within time. We come on next Sunday. We will, we'll venture on those particulars maybe at that point. Frank McLeod died at 67 years of age. Moving on, the New England Patriots wide receiver Antonio Brown stands to be accused of raping his former trainer. The New York Times reported this, and according to the report, Brown is accused of 3 separate incidents of sexual assault and rape against Brittany Taylor, a gymnast he met while attending Central Michigan University, and then later hired her as his trainer. The accusations were made in a lawsuit filed Tuesday in federal court in Florida. The suit alleged that the 2 incidents occurred in 2017 and another one in 2018. Brown is accused of exposing himself to Taylor, kissing her without consent. On the first incident, the second incident, he alleged he masturbated behind while she was watching TV in his home and ejaculated on her back. Okay. On May the 20th, 2018, the lawsuit alleged Brown pushed Taylor's face first into a mattress and forcibly raped her. She screamed no and stopped, but Brown ignored her pleas and penetrated her, according to the lawsuit. I'm quite sure we'll hear more about it. Of course, we did not, we exaggerated a little bit, not so much exaggerated, but just told you the truth about him going from Oakland in a matter of seconds and minutes and joining another team, which was not official to Monday. Now, the NFL rules state, okay, if there is an investigation, they can put him on the list where he can't play, but he still get paid while this investigation is occurring. Exempt list, as I call it. That's what it's called. Okay, that's what the National Football League call it. So, if the New England Patriots wish to not let him play, but still he get paid until this investigation is completed, or someone has been indicted, and right now he's being investigated, and they say everything is so true to form, he might have to go to jail. Or worse. But now this young lady's coming out with all this particular news, just after the Oakland Raiders, not friendly enough, had to get rid of him or something. I don't know. Just don't know. Oklahoma State booster and energy businessman. If you ever heard of this guy's one of the richest men in the world. His name is T. Boone Pickens. Well, he died today, and he was 91 years old. For Oklahoma and the state of Oklahoma, he has done a lot, especially for Oklahoma State University, where he got a stadium named after him. And according to the Dallas Morning News, he will be buried at the school's golf course. He donated money to the school's athletic department more than any single person has ever given the university athletic department. He gave $165 million in a single donation in 2005. And then invested into a hedge fund with waived the management fees that he could control it. So that $165 million really went up to a whole lot of profits and stuff for the university, where they got other things renovated, such as stadiums and working out facilities and a whole lot of stuff there. Of course, the stadium is named after him. That was done in 2003, before all this happened. Again, his donations he's paid for upgrades of the facilities of numerous places, and the University of Oklahoma State, that is, School of Geological, is named after him in the form of CEO Mesa Petroleum, which he owns that company, says he had donated to the geological building over $1 billion. Whew, that's a lot of money. So they're grieving the loss of that particular human being in Oklahoma and across the country who knew somewhat about this man and the contributions that he truly made to a fine institution, Oklahoma State University. Finally, boys and girls, on this edition of Butch On Sports, well, I watched the football game, I think Sunday night, and then we see interviews with Rob Gronkowski there. You know, they kind of commemorated the Super Bowl win of New England Patriots in Foxborough. But he gave on a cut that, I didn't believe it. I thought it was a big fat joke. I wasn't drinking or anything, but I did hear it with my own ears that, on this interview that he did, off of one, and that was, I forget. And I know it wasn't TMZ at first. But he said that, he'll be back on the 14th week. Now, the 14th week means that the Patriots will be playing the Kansas City Chiefs. He told Barstool Sports, that's the source of the cameraman in the interview, Dave Potney is his name, or Portnoy, who actually asked questions and stuff. And he posted it on Twitter and some other social mediums. And though I know I saw it, that's maybe where the station got the particular. It was on a Monday. I don't know. What can I say? Not too much. Not too much indeed. Detroit Tigers are starting playing some baseball 0-0 right now here at Comerica Park. Hopefully they can get that in there. They have broadcasted some things, such as storms and stuff here throughout the night. So let's just be reasonable about it here, huh? It's hopefully they can get the game in, as I say, legit time. Other than that, I just want to say it's time for us to go. Okay? So, hey. Oh, my goodness. This has been a goofy show. Hey, Butch On Sports is a presentation of Omar Dowling Productions. You can catch Butch On Sports on Facebook. Butch On Sports on Facebook, Hey, give me a like if you can, or give me some information that maybe I can get back to you with. You can also hear from me on Podomatic.com. Type in SIMPLYBUTCHTOO.Podomatic.com and you go straight to the website. Oh, yeah. And you can also get a hold to me on the GameSportsShow.Popbean.com. Okay, you can hear the Game Sports Show and other variety of shows from Dave McCain, Scott Nason, E.J. Russell, and of course yours truly, because the game is on that particular website along with Butch On Sports. Hey, so get it all. Get it all indeed. Hey, hopefully you guys have a great Wednesday, okay? Great Wednesday. And now you're officially over the hump here, boys and girls. Check you out Sunday.